In today's fix, everything we learned from GameStop's earnings call, and Mario lives on, sorta. And it's all presented by 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done. Roll the thing. Over the last 3 months, GameStop has gotten a lot of attention, so much so that it fueled a massive stock spike and saved the gorillas. And the crowd that showed up to its 2020 full-year earnings call is evidence of GameStop's current popularity. If you missed it, don't worry, we're about to run through everything we learned. Normally, calls like this are about an hour long, with the first half being an overview of the company's financials and any announcements executives want to make that are of interest to shareholders. Then the second half becomes a Q&A where shareholders can ask questions of the executives. But this earnings call that was an overview of all of 2020 was a whopping 20 minutes long and didn't have a Q&A or meaningful announcements of any kind. For those keeping track at home, that's exactly 1 minute of update per year since the millennium, which is not a lot. Again, this meeting was for the last fiscal year, so even if the stock surge had some kind of actual meaningful material impact on how GameStop conducts its business, we probably wouldn't have heard about it in this call because it came in at the tail end of the numbers the company was reporting on, and the impacts, if any, wouldn't really have been felt yet. For a few years now, GameStop has been building up the narrative that a lot of its decline has been because of the end of the console generation. And unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that the new console generation didn't turn things around. They actually sold less than the year prior due to store closures and fewer locations to move inventory as a result. The positive is that GameStop's cost-cutting measures do seem to be making some kind of an impact. In 2018, GameStop posted a net loss of $673 million. In 2019, the net loss was $471 million, and in 2020, the net loss was improved again to $215 million. All this to say, nothing GameStop is doing now is actually making it money, but its cost-cutting measures have slowed the bleed, like a Band-Aid over a wound that has severed your femoral artery. Its beacon of hope is its board shakeup and the winds of change that will hopefully blow to signal they're coming. Even if GameStop hasn't said exactly what those changes will be, new people will presumably try new things to right the ship. Even without any clear statements from GameStop as to what exactly is happening, there are clues. And a number of them are pointing to a big e-commerce shift, a theory bolstered by several executive appointments, and the fact that online sales are pretty much the only division of GameStop that can be considered to be doing well. E-commerce sales were up 175% year over year for November through January and up 191% for the whole year, representing 30% of the company's total net sales. It's also worth noting that GameStop is still talking about closing more stores. At this point, I'm surprised there are stores left to close, but the closest thing to a hint about GameStop's further direction came from a jargon-filled quote from CEO George Sherman during the call. I'm going to save you from all the PR speak. He basically said he's happy with how cost-cutting has gone so far and intends to do more of it in the future, while also investing in online sales infrastructure and tech. He does go on to say, quote, "As we go forward, we're focused on transforming into a customer-obsessed technology company that delights gamers." Which leads me to believe GameStop wants to start selling more gaming-adjacent products like monitors, TVs, and mobile gaming items. Speaking of Mario, oh, we weren't talking about Mario? Well, we are now. Nintendo still plans to remove Super Mario 3D All-Stars from Nintendo Switch's eShop and to cease production of physical copies come March 31st. But some sort of good news if you have a downloadable code and aren't in a hurry to redeem it before next week. As reported by VGC, Nintendo's Japan HQ confirmed that retail download codes will be redeemable after April. And it would be safe to assume that would be the same for those of us out west as well. But really, if you're thinking this far ahead, maybe just go buy it from the eShop on your Switch already. And a reminder, if you had any inclination to play or buy Super Mario Bros. 35, Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary merch, the clock is a-ticking. You only have until March 31st to do it, and Nintendo does not seem to be backing down. And that's Daily Fix. I'm Sydnee Goodman, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are. Now that you're all caught up on the news, if you're looking for more movies and TV info than you can shake a stick at, head on over to IGN Movies and TV. This channel, in partnership with Cinefix, is home to all the movies and TV deep dives you could possibly want. Download the IGN app on all your mobile devices, subscribe to Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all things everything else, IGN.com.